mode, so yeah. How you doing, guys? What's going on? This is your girl, Kdidteam. How is life happening with y'all? I know nobody's in right now. I'm just gonna be talking until somebody comes in and give me their presence. Guys, I'm trying to build community. I never learned how, but yeah. So I was watching, not watching, well, technically watching, yeah, on TikTok. This guy was talking about him being sheltered and how him being sheltered really basically made his life go on a downfall. And he's learning how to not have those same things. And I was thinking, I was like, I think I was pretty sheltered. I really did what I kind of wanted, but I think I felt like I was sheltered in a way. Because somebody told me this in my, early, later years also that I was sheltered. I feel like I never thought I was a sheltered person as a child, but I think as an adult, I'm like, yeah. But I feel like I did, you know what it is? I didn't want to do much. Um, I didn't really like, when my friend had a party and she's not a friend, she's an acquaintance. She just invited me to her birthday party. I ended up not going because I didn't know how I was going to get back and then find out everybody got home in my neighborhood, got driven back to that neighborhood, and I could have went if I wanted to. But yeah, that happened. And I didn't go to parties. I didn't really do that. I'm very, very Christian. So my mother wasn't that Christian, so I don't think she really cared, but I was, devout to my faith and things like that. I was not able to sleep over people's houses, which I don't allow my kid to do that either because things happen to your kids when that happens. Stuff happened to me. My mother was just going to work and just leaving me with a responsible person. Sometimes you can leave your children with people who are responsible, but the people they have around your child are not the kind people. So those things happen, right? And this is something I talked about on my channel, but I don't talk about it that often because it's not something, um, it's just not something I talk about like that often. But I do, if I can, raise awareness about things like that. And also, I make sure people understand about this thing. KK, you okay? Hurry up. I'm on live and hurry up and clean your room. Thank you. So, um, yeah, that's how a little bit of what's going on with me. I'm trying to build a community. I really don't know how to. And I'm like, is that because I was sheltered? He was saying, like, just the way he acts and the way he does stuff because he wasn't allowed to go to certain things. Like, compared to his other friends, he wasn't allowed to stay out and he had a curfew in high school, which I think high school students should have curfews, and that's why people be acting a mess. And then I think he just hasn't got to that point that he realized how his parents was actually helping him and not hurting him. But how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I think it could go to like, except I feel like I shelter my daughter, but I don't her to the point that she can't go to stuff and do things and hang out with her friends. Like, granted, she's 10, so she's also much younger than a high school student. But I make her hang out with her friends. I make her do play dates. I make her go off and do things. But I'm just close enough nearby to know what's happening. Like I guess when she gets old and want to go to the mall and things like that. And I also grew up in a different time, and I grew up in a different environment. Like I grew up in Queens, New York. I feel like, and now I live in Brooklyn, so that atmosphere I feel like is different. Also, the time is just different. The way things are happening back in the day was different. At her time, when I was her age, the things I used to do, oh my gosh, startling. The stuff that used to happen to me is also was not good. So that's not helpful. Like, I know what the dangers what could be out there. And this young man was talking about how he's I guess not antisocial, but I don't think he wanted to do it on purpose. But it seemed from his video that he feel like everything was like kind of negative in his life happened because his family was sheltered him a lot. And hey, how you doing? Thank you for staying in. Give me a thumbs up if you can. And he kind of blamed a lot of stuff on his like people who grew him up, right? And I feel like sometimes even when I think it could be two things. It could be they overly sheltered him that he got no skills in life, right? Which I'm trying to work and balance on myself for me and my daughter, right? Gotta make sure she had the skills, but also I don't just make my child go out with everybody because people will smile in your face and then when your child's there by themselves, they have no way to get around stuff and they're scarred for life. And when they're scarred when you're a child, it's kind of hard to get out of, right? And and it's also a thing that sometimes young people when they get out of their parents, I guess rule, right? they don't see sometimes until they have their own kids how their parents actually was trying to prevent them from things happening to them. Especially if you have parents who are already scarred. Like I was a scarred child, so I don't want to happen to my child because I know those things can stay with you forever. Granted, you can't keep a child out of harm's way all the time, but you could try your best to make sure they have a suitable thing, right? So, hi, thank you for staying, thank you for listening. It could be another way that they might have. He don't realize how good his parents did it for him. He might say he's lacking skills, but and sometimes, all right. Also, I read the comments. I read the comments. People feel like when they were sheltered, so it's not like it's only him feeling these things. Other people have felt these things and also chimed in on it, and feeling that they're a homebody because of this. They don't have like friends because of this. They feel lonely, which I think in a way I feel lonely, but I think also that I don't trust people because people a lot of times are not meant to be trusted because they're crazy. Some people be having friends for 10, 15, 20 years, and those same people stabbing in your back. So I don't want to be lonely, but I definitely want to have my head in check, you know? Um, how you doing? How you doing? I'm sorry. I did not see your comment. How you doing? But yeah. So people, I think it could be in a, like when you're sheltered and if you're a sheltered person and then you have kids, you have to be very careful. You can't, I think sometimes people are sheltered when they're very sheltered as a kid and they adult and they have kids, they say, you know, I was sheltered as a kid, so I don't want this to be my kid. But you have to still have parameters around your child. You can't just make your child do everything. You see how kids and people are today. Remember that girl who went to the house? Mind you, these people, I feel like this little girl knew they were her friends. I think it was a 10-year-old girl, and she went to a sleepover and they threw hot water in her face. Like these are the things like you have to be mindful of, and people want their kids to go out there and be with people and all these things, and people because kids cannot shoot adults can hardly discern what other people are feeling and doing around them. So why would you want to put your child in this position to have harm? Like the people who love their kids, they want to make sure their kids have a good life and not have all these things and blase blase. I'm not talking about the parents who have to go work and they have to go do what they got to do to get through the thing and they have to leave the child with somebody. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking like, oh, my child want to go outside and do all these things and stay out 10, 12 o'clock at night. Like, no, you are under 18. Until you go over 18, like, until not over, typically until you turn the age of 18, I'm in charge of you. Because anything happened to you, they come to my door to ask you anything about like what's going on. And then these kids have the audacity when they get older. My parents didn't do this. My parents gave you the world and a bag of Cheetos, and you still like you are not grateful of what they're doing. And some parents they are, they pushing it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I sometimes I helicopter too much, but I don't trust people because people smile in your face and do something to your kid, and my child just can't discern stuff. Like my child really cannot. Like I be seeing stuff happen to her, and I be telling her after she's like, and she don't see it that way. And I'm like, child, just listen. And she just does not. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna intervene because sooner or later you have to figure it out, right? You have to get it together. Like you just cannot be you all your life. And I know sometimes it can be isolating with this kind of thing, but I'm like, you have to get it together. You really do. So it's kind of hard to see your child suffer in a way. You're not suffering because real suffering is not having food in the house and all that stuff. But see it something make you somebody makes your child sad. You don't like that. But I don't know. I think it's good sheltering your kids. But I don't want I still don't want kids to also be naive. And I just don't want that for my daughter. I try to speak to her as much as I can. But these kids they think they know everything. So they be thinking like, my mommy don't know nothing. I'm like, I don't want this person to do this, take advantage of you, because you're not getting it. Like they give you a signal and they're doing things around you, and you're not getting it. That's another thing too. Like when you make them too sheltered, and they make them naive, and that's the problem. I think that's where it hurts them, because they'll figure out at 15, 20 years later, and it's like by that time, a lot of things have happened to them. What is kind of damaging already? It's like, damn, I don't know. Being a parent is not easy. Being a parent is not easy. You want the best. Well, a good parent wants the best for their child. And I feel like a good parent usually feel like they're failing all the time, even though they're doing their best and their child is getting amazing stuff. But it's hard. Like you really want your child to be amazing, and they can. They really want your child to have the best out of life. But remember, your child's not by themselves. They're with other people around them, and the people around them are not the greatest, right? So Yeah. If y'all have any topics y'all want me to talk about, I could talk about being a parent, a mom, or whatever. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for staying. Give me a thumbs up if you can before you leave, if you're gonna leave or whatever. But I could talk about mom topics, living in New York topics. I need to go in like I'm saying go in New York. I am in New York City, not just New York State. I'm in New York City, and I want to go to. Somebody gave me this. One of my people over on TikTok. I be on there too. I don't get as much as on YouTube, but I be on there once in a blue. Try to get acclimated to the app and talk about a seafood boil place that I want to go to. Every time I go to a seafood boil, I want to put my phone up. I'm like, because you eat with your hands. I don't want my hands touching my phone and getting dirty. That's like I'm a small germaphobe. So yeah, I also want to get a good good. I have a couple of them actually. Phone cases that can go in water, and I had bought one from Five Below, so I knew that was not gonna last long. But I bought some from Amazon. That was gonna be good. Oh, I forgot my Alexa Amazon. Here's his name is. I'm sorry, girl. And it's saying, don't like it's listening for me to say something. And those things that I'm getting, like the first time I used it was fine. Second time I used it, it was like, eh. Water started going in my phone case thing when I went in the water. So I need to find if you know a heavy duty good one. I feel like all of them they just mash up after like it stops sealing as good, you know. But if y'all know where I can get a good phone case for my phone when I go in water, it'd be amazing. Because me and Katani usually going to these of like beaches or whatever pools or whatever, it's hard for me to watch the stuff and just still enjoy myself. Like in the hotel, I feel like it's a little bit better. I keep my phone upstairs usually, and I keep the towel and I put the card somewhere, and hopefully nobody steals it. But when I go to the beach, your stuff is just out in the open. Granted, when I was in St. Lucia, it was fine. They really was not like I'm not going. The food in St. Lucia is garbage, right? Majority of food does not taste good. I went to a few things where I did get amazing food. I mean, amazing. Like it was, I went to this place called Doolittle's by the Marigold. Is it Marigold in Marigold? Yeah. You have to take a little boat to it, but they have a free boat. Don't pay for it if you're going to the Doolittle's. Just go on the free boat and tell them, and they got you right. But what I was gonna say, they're safer compared to Jamaica, but Jamaica got good food. So it's like, do I want safety or good food? I want good food. I want good food, even if it's unsafe. But in Jamaica, I wouldn't trust my bag to really stay down there like that unless I don't know if it's me and Katani and somebody else, right? Usually, her dad goes, so he helps because he's the man. He's supposed to be looking at stuff, right? I make sure his eyes is keeping the stuff together and know where everything is at and not getting stolen. But yeah, or we get a locker. We got a locker going to Dunsborough Falls. Yeah, so that's a little bit of what's going on in my life right now. But how y'all doing tonight? Like, Katanya, okay? You okay? You eating a salad? Make sure you brush your teeth, okay? Thank you. Yeah. But how y'all doing tonight? If it's a night where y'all at, where y'all located in the world? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. I don't know why I got the fan on. I'm a little chilly. But I like being like I'm a person. I will have my sheet on, the fan on, one foot out, and I feel just the best temperature, especially when it's really, really cold outside. And you got that big sheet on. Oh, and that sheet comforter. Ooh, I'm gonna be tight though because to dry stuff in my apartment because I don't have no dryer is crazy work. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? 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 But but yeah, I thought I pressed mute by accident. I know, but I didn't. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. Right now, I'm trying to build community. I really don't know what it is, and maybe like what made me think about that is when if I was here for the earlier conversation, I was talking about people being sheltered, and I feel like I was sheltered growing up, and I feel like maybe that's why I can't build community. I'm socially awkward. The funny thing, people who know me for a long period of time, they don't think I'm socially awkward. Like, is there two versions of socially awkward? Like, the person who's like example me, right? I feel like I'm socially awkward, but to people looking at me on the outside, they don't think I'm socially awkward. They think I'm just regular and normal, right? But to me, I have anxiety with it, right? Or is it, and is there other people who are literally socially awkward? They might not even know they're socially awkward, but they are socially awkward. Like, it's so weird. But I want to learn how to build community. I want to have friends, but I don't want to have too much because when you have too much of a big friends group, that's when problems start. But I just want to like have community people to talk to, people to give me recommendations. I gave them recommendations. We talk about stuff. We make change in the world. Like it could be on child hunger or children need clothes or children need food, like stuff like that. Like somebody yesterday asked me, God said I wanted to have the DMX, no, LL Cool J money, right? If you know LL Cool J, he a rapper back in the day. He also was an actor. He's fine. Somebody was like, oh, he does plastic surgery. I'm like, I don't got nothing to do with that. I never knew he did that. To me, he looked normal, the same crap way to me. Like he's always been fine, right? LL Cool J, if you know who, LL Cool James, right? He's a hottie hottie. He's married, but he's a cute young man, old man, right? Somebody was like, if you had his money, what would you don't know what to do with it? I'm like, I know if I had his money, I would definitely know what to do with it. I promise you. And he was like, what you would do with it? I'm first of all, I'm paying for my debt off. That's the first thing. I even talk about a house yet. I didn't think about a house right till right now. I was like, if I had it, I'm paying off my debt. I'm helping people. I'm helping homeless. Yes, I'm helping children. At this point, since I thought about it today, I'm gonna buy a house for myself, buy a house for my daughter. I'm gonna do some investments. I'm gonna get some rental properties. I'm gonna get people who help with like vouchers and stuff like that. That's what personally I would do, and make sure kids have proper food in school. 'Cause a lot of people are homeless and have all these other stuff. And when they go to school, they got moldy school lunch. That's crazy. And I know the school lunch is mold. 'Cause my daughter be seeing it, and she got sick one time from the damn school lunch. So I know the school lunch is nasty. The school lunch is not how it used to be back in the day. I'm not sure if it's different between if you live in Brooklyn or Queens. I can't really tell you. But I could tell you. I know people who have kids in Queens. I could probably ask them. And not all the schools use the same vendors, but it's just like depending on what district you in, you get better food, and that's crazy work to me. So that's what I personally, hey, how you doing, would do with the money if I had the money. But you can't tell people how to use their money. Oh, thank you. But you can't tell people how to use their money doing what they want to do, right? But if I had that money, oh my gosh, I would do so much. I would do so much to help other people. And I don't have to get recognition for it or nothing like that. I just want to be able to help others. First, I want to help my daughter, making sure she has what she needs in life to survive after click click in life, because we all gonna at the point click at one point, right? We all gonna have to do that. But I want to make sure she's set up, because a lot of times parents don't think about that. And I want to think about that to make sure she's not like set with a bill and can't pay for it and go in debt for like like, well, not buried. I'm not getting buried. I'm getting burned up. But it's so funny. I want to get burnt up, but yeah, I don't want to go to hell. I don't know if it correlates or not, because technically you don't feel it, but in hell you will. But I digress. But I want to make sure I'm set up with that. And some our generations to come, to make sure they're good. But I also want to help others. Like, our system in America is broken, and I want to make sure to help with that. And it's like, maybe I wouldn't be just one person doing it. I feel like a lot of people are working on this thing, but we got a lot of problems, and people out here who are literally passing away because they don't have their basics needs met, and that's crazy to me. Hey, how you doing? That's crazy to me that we can't have people's basic needs not met, right? When I was, I remember, I feel like first or second, I feel like it was second grade. I think it was Miss Narienda. That was my boo back in the day. She's cool people. And I feel like we learned you need shelter, food. Is it shelter, food, and water? Is that how it goes? Those are the basic needs. I feel like that's what the basic needs were, right? And maybe I should ask Amazon. Amazon, Volume 5. Amazon. What is the basic needs of a human?
According to Topper.com, the basic needs of human beings are food, clothing, and shelter, which are necessary for the survival of a human being.
Clothing.
By the way,
I forgot
I've got a
about that.
brand new voice with Alexa Plus. Want to hear it? Just say, Alexa, can I hear your new voice?
Alexa, can I hear your new voice?
Hey, it's Alexa. Notice anything different?
She's she's too damn chipper for me. Keep that to yourself, Alexa. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Anyway, so those are the basic needs, right? You could really do without the clothes. I could see put food and water together, but you could just be a little, like they did back in the Adam and Eve days, have a little branch, or make some. But I feel like you need food, clothes, and shelter, right? And water. That's like the basic. And people are struggling to get those basic stuff. Probably not as much water, but good food. And I'm not meaning caviar. I just mean like a banana or apple, like something simple. And people are struggling for that. So I'm like, I wish I was able to help people with those kind of things and be that person for them. But I want to do care packages. I'm supposed to get some socks. I don't know where the hell the socks are. Somebody promised them to me. I still didn't get them. And it's been like a month. So hopefully I can get those soon to give out to the public. Well, it's supposed to go to certain demographics and I have to give that to that demographic of the public. But I just want to be able to do and help who I can help. You know what I'm saying? There's so much people who are out here who needs help. And it's like I feel like they feel like they're forgotten. You're not forgotten. We're just the people who want to help you the most don't have the money to actually do so. That's the thing. That's a real thing. The people who have the money, who don't have the money, want to help you. The people who have the money do not care about you. And that's the sad part about it. And that's what grinds my gear. And it's like when you didn't have, well, other people who have like generational wealth and they just, they're people who started 10 generations ago with a pawpaw. And then all of a sudden, 10 generations later, they're rich and they don't understand the struggle. I feel like I hope that the people who started from struggle understand that people who are in the struggle still, they're not in it. It's helping people, right? 'Cause I'm not in the struggle of homelessness anymore. I used to be homeless 10 years ago, right? My daughter's 10. I was homeless then. And when she's up to like 1 and 2, I still was homeless. And it saddens me that I had to even bring my daughter into the world like that. But, God gave me strength to make it. And now I want to give back. I'm not in that position anymore. Because I feel like I'm still at that point. If you don't know, I live in nature and I feel still, I'm in the shelter. I feel like I went back to shelter. That's what it felt like over time. But I'm technically not there. So I want to, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Is this a new way? Because I always thought somebody was saying something like trying to be forceful, but I feel like when you say hi, it says hi, and then I see a little wave hand. Hi. I think this new upgrades that YouTube is doing is confusing me, but it's just interesting, how some people can. What is going on? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. How did that happen? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I said I deleted. I'm pressing something, but I didn't do it on purpose. I promise you. I'm sorry. I pressed something and something else happened. No. Why did it do that? What's going on? Oh my! It said I'm hit. I said unhide. I don't know what I did. I'm not gonna press the damn screen no more because obviously when I press the screen, I'm doing foolishness by accident. My finger slipped on the thing. I try to go back in. I hope I unhide you because I'm trying to. God, I suck. I feel like an old person. At this point, I am old. Okay, I think I did it. I think I fixed it. Oh my gosh. We could do that real fast now. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties over here, guys. I'm struggling. I feel like an old person though, like trying to fangle through all the stuff. But yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. That's what's happening to my life. But anyway, how are y'all doing? How's your weekend going thus far? How are you feeling? Oh, I need to invite my friends, acquaintances to this event. I'm gonna do that. Maybe I should get somebody else, but Maybe that's not safe. I gotta really think like, is that a safe choice? Is that a safe choice? But anyway, I'm about to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. What are you guys doing right now? Like, why are you listening to me? Thank you for the thumbs up. Why are you listening to me? What are you doing? How's everything happening with you in your life? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Ooh. Because I have my phone, this is what I don't understand. They make everything, the phone's accessibility, whatever. When you actually put the accessibility stuff on the phone, it don't work the same as if it was off the phone. Like things don't things fit properly in the screen. I need more for poppy sided stuff. Things fit properly in the screen until you put the accessibility stuff on. It don't fit as much as it should, and it's really, it might just be the apps only. So I guess before they even put it in Google Play, they should put everything through the accessibility and make sure it could fit for a person who has accessibility problems. Because I be struggling with these apps. I'm like, I don't know, but it's weird. People who, I don't know who's making the accessibility apps, or things, but they need to be getting a person who actually needs to use those services to make sure they can help them and make sure that whatever they put on these phones or anything they use accessibility wise, that person on their team, that lived experience person on their team, can actually try run these things and make sure it's actually working. I feel like they be having all these things and it only work for one type of person. I'm like, nah, you need a various amount of people who could live this experience and go through this whole thing. Because it's like, I could tell you that half of these apps, when you have bigger letters on it, it doesn't work as great. And they don't have it that you can move it around so you can see everything. You can see half the words. How's that helping me? I need all the words. So sometimes on my phone, I have to make the words a little bit smaller, even though I would like them bigger because it cannot really do big font on some of the apps. So something has to give, something have to be better. But yeah. Hey, how you doing? Leave a like when you leave or when you stay, whatever. But yeah. What are you listening to? I bought a microphone for my daughter, and how did it have a radio on it? I bought it from Five Below. It was a Stitch microphone, and I didn't even know it had a radio on it. She figured it out. The first I was hearing like air, like not air, but I guess air, like we go like little sound. To find out this thing became an FM and AM. I forgot what those even mean, but radio. I just remember AM means news in my mind, and then FM means party, as in radio, like music. But I'm like, people still selling radios. I was so confused. I was like, and this is a kid toy. And I'm like, what are y'all trying to do? Just thinking about it right now, I'm like, what are y'all trying to do? Having a kid microphone, because it's a Stitch microphone. So it's not like because I bought like a black microphone where it just had the radio on it. No, it's a Stitch microphone. It's probably my fault. I should have read what they had on the mic. But I thought it was just regular, like, those mics with the sound alters the voice and all that. And being loud. I thought that's what it was. Gonna find out that damn thing, under $20 is a radio. Remember back in the day, radios cost a lot of money. It's a radio and a mic. I'm like, damn, what did I do? But she don't use it as much, so I'm happy. At first she was. I bought it for her graduation, and she's using that gift more. But yeah, guys, my birthday is coming up in a couple of months. The rest of the year is trying to year me. Oh my gosh, the year is about to be done. I cannot believe this year actually went better than I thought it was. I mean, I know the government is like trash right now, but it's better than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what to do. My personal life, I feel like it could have been much better this year. I feel like I accomplished nothing in life. And I feel like that's almost a waste of a life. You don't feel like if you accomplish nothing, and I feel like I've accomplished nothing in the past couple of years, what am I doing with life? Like, am I wasting it? There's people out here who really, they died too young, right? And they could accomplish more than I have, and I wasted my life. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I'm taking naps for no reason. Well, I'm tired, that's why I'm taking a nap. But it's just like, what the hell? I feel like I accomplished nothing. Nathan, Nathaniel, nothing. And now I'm looking for a job. It's a lot of stuff happening. Like, I'm looking for a job to see me. I want to Cali. I want to go to Cali too, but that's a different story. I always want to go to California. I feel like that's where the stars are. But they be having, it says the lions, the cats, them big cats just out there in the street that they can't really leave their animals outside. I'm like, and I be by the Hollywood sign. I want to go by the Hollywood sign. I'm like, but I can't be seeing no wild animals. I can't be just there and just tear me up. The devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't afford to just be croaking because I want to go see the Hollywood sign. Like, but a lot of people go up there and they survive and they come back to tell the tales. But I'm like, it'll be me going up there and to see a wild animal and it takes me apart. Like, can I get a? It'd be nice to get a like little helicopter ride up there. It'll be less walking and I'll be more safe in the air. But I know because the way the planes be going down, I don't know if I'll be safer. But it's like, what do I want to? The question is like, how do I want to go? That's the sad part. It's like, well, a lot of people have gone to the Hollywood, like hiked up there. But I always wanted to. That's like one of my dreams as a kid, take a picture up there. But who knows if I can do that? Like, I need a little stocky bocky on my side to make sure I go boop 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 boop. So it happened to me and my daughter. Like, nah, bro, you're not taking us alive, copper. But yeah, I don't know how we got from being sheltered to talk about the Hollywood sign, talk about all these other stuff. It's crazy. And I'm talking to myself because nobody's talking to me. Like, y'all listening, but y'all not saying nothing. So it's like I'm literally talking to myself. I don't know. Peter. Peter. But anyway, it's just interesting. There's a person behind. Oh, you left. Okay. I was gonna say if the person behind the one in here wanted to talk and say hi, but you left. So, ta-tas. Toodaloo.